Today we're exploring a subject so deep, it's beyond description, yet trying to understand, feel, and realize it is perhaps the greatest journey of human existence. The question is simple. What is the ultimate eternal truth? This isn't about religion, belief, or ideology. It's the question of a truly curious mind. Who am I? What is life? What happens after death? Is there something timeless, unchanging, and permanent behind this vast universe? And if it exists, can we experience it? Truth has many faces. Some truths seem obvious, like the sun rising, the earth spinning, the body falling ill, or life being full of struggles. But are these absolute truths? The first kind of truth is external. It can be seen, touched, or heard. The second kind is mental, built on thoughts, perceptions, and personal beliefs. For example, money is important, success means happiness, or my belief is right. But all of this is temporary. So is there a truth that is beyond both the outer world and inner mind? Something eternal, unshakable, and everywhere. The ultimate truth is not something that can be taught. It doesn't live in scriptures or discourses. It can only be experienced. But what kind of experience? One that's not tied to the five senses, not shaped by thoughts or words, because this truth is beyond time and beyond the mind. It's an experience where I and mine disappear, and only a deep stillness remains, a silence that speaks everything, yet says nothing. Imagine sitting by a still lake. At first you only see ripples. Wait longer. The waves calm down. Then the lake reflects the sky. The mind is the same. As long as there is movement, thoughts, labels, beliefs, you only see surface level truth. But when the mind becomes completely silent, it reflects that which has always been, is, and will be. Can we define this truth? No, because the moment we put it into words, it becomes limited. If you say God, someone will ask, what kind of God? If you say emptiness, someone may ask, what is in emptiness? Words distort. So to realize the ultimate truth, we must go beyond language. This is a journey into silence. It is the art of pure awareness, where you observe, but you're not attached. Like sitting by a river, watching water flow, but not being swept away. That is awareness. And when you become deeply aware, a moment comes when you and the truth are one. The body may die, memories may fade, names and identities may disappear, but something still remains. What is that? The eternal witness. Your childhood passed, yet something within remembers, I am. That witness is closer to the ultimate truth than anything else, and when death comes, it remains, untouched, unmoved, and eternal. So, what is the ultimate truth? It is not tied to any religion, science, belief, or thought. It's a state of pure being, beyond time, beyond confusion, beyond desire and fear. It is silent yet full, invisible yet complete, unprovable yet real. You can't explain it. You can only live it. And that happens only in absolute stillness and presence. To know this truth, don't search outside. Look inward, because it's not a place. It's a state of consciousness. We are all slowly moving toward it, silently, alone, but fully. In this video, we'll explore how great minds, from Buddha to Shankaracharya, Plato to Kant, Osho to Krishnamurti, have looked at the ultimate truth. Let's begin with Buddha. He didn't speak of a personal God, a fixed soul, or absolute scripture. He said, truth is that which can be directly experienced. Everything else is opinion. Buddha gave us 3 powerful insights. Everything changes. Nothing is permanent. The only way to know truth is to observe and be free from attachment. So let's explore this journey through Buddha's eyes. his silence, his logic, and his transformation. Emotions come and go. Relationships, thoughts, situations, nothing lasts. For example, just as waves rise in water and disappear, so is the nature of every experience of life, to come and go. Understanding this changeability is the first step. Wherever there is sorrow, there is sorrow. We want to stop everything. Happiness, glory, love, the beauty of the body, but all this changes. Wherever you hope for permanence, suffering is born. For example, when you hold on to a relationship and it breaks, you are sad. Why? Because you wanted it not to change. But the rule of life is to change. Unwillingness is not a permanent I. Buddha said what we call I is a collection of thoughts, memories, body, and emotions. There is no permanent soul in it. For example, you get a new body every 7 years. Every habit changes. Your thoughts change. Likes and dislikes change. Then who is this I? Buddha says it is just an illusion. Liberation from this illusion is the first step towards truth. Buddha's best principle was emptiness. Emptiness does not mean nothingness. It means to understand that everything is connected and there is no permanent existence of anything. For example, look at a flower. Is this flower alone? No. It has soil, water, sun, air. If it does not exist, then it is not a flower. A flower is not a flower. It is the essence of the whole universe. This is emptiness. And this is the truth that everything is dependent on each other. Therefore, nothing is permanent, not independent. And when you accept this truth, your ego falls from your mind. Buddha did not give any name to truth. He did not say that it is a soul or God. He said that when you get rid of ego, lust, greed, then you reach the state which is called Nirvana. Nirvana means neither heaven nor any place. This is a state where the mind is completely calm, where there is no expectation, where you are in the state of witness. For example, like a lamp's flame burning without air, it is stable, it does not flicker. This is the state of Nirvana. There is no question, no answer, only silence. And that silence is the ultimate truth according to Buddha. Now the question is Buddha's truth only a personal experience? Remember, this is a universal rule that is going on every moment. Whether someone believes in religion or not, whether someone believes in God or not, whether he is happy or not, these three rules apply to everyone. This is a natural science of the soul. Just like Guru Takashan works on every person, similarly, these three truths are happening every moment in every person's life. Buddha says, see these rules, experience them, and as soon as you accept them, those illusions will start which are hiding the ultimate truth. According to Buddha, the ultimate eternal truth is not an object, not an idea, but an experience. When does that experience come? When you start accepting everything as it is. When you see every moment as a vision. When you remove all masks from yourself. And at that moment, you become engrossed in silence, which can neither be named nor tied. That is Nirvana, that is emptiness. And that is the ultimate truth. What is the ultimate truth? A journey in the depth of Advaita Vedanta. Advaita Vedanta. Adi Shankaracharya was and he repeated the same thing again and again in every text, every language, in every teaching. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mitya Jiva Brahmaiva Napera. Brahma is truth, Jagat is illusion, and Jiva is Brahma. So let us understand what is the ultimate truth with simple but profound Shankaracharya. Ask the first question, is there anything permanent in this world? The body changes, emotions change, thoughts, religion, country, relations, everything changes. So what is the ultimate truth, which never changes, which remains the same at all times, which is the basis of everything? He said, if anything changes due to time, place, and situation, then it is not the truth. According to Shankaracharya, Brahma is the only permanent truth. Brahma is neither in any form, nor in any quality, nor takes birth, nor dies, nor can anyone see it, nor touch it, but it is present in everything. For example, an electric bulb lights up, colors change, but the flow of energy remains invisible. In the same way, Brahma is behind all forms, invisible but present. Shankaracharya said, Brahma is formless, formless, invisible, invisible, and infinite. Sat Chit Anand. He is the form of Brahma, Yait, the entire experience of existence, consciousness, and bliss. Now the question arises, if Brahma is true, then what is this world? Shankaracharya answered, this world is illusion. Illusion means that which is not there, but can be seen. For example, one is afraid to understand the moon at night, but when there is light, then the truth is visible. Similarly, this world also seems to be true to us, but when one gains Brahma Gyan, knowledge of God, then one comes to know that it was just an illusion. Maya is operated by two powers, Avran power, Avrana, Satya is afraid, Vikshep Shakti, Vikshepa. It presents lies as truth. That is why Shankaracharya says, as long as there is illusion, there is the world. But as soon as one experiences Brahma, illusion becomes evil like a swap. Shankaracharya said, you are not some small, limited creature, you are the same as Brahma, you are the same as Tattvam. This was the basis of Shankaracharya's thinking in the Upanishad. Udaran, just like waves arise in the ocean, every wave feels that it is different. But waves are also water. Ocean is also water. In reality, there is no difference. Similarly, there is no real difference between living being and Brahma. The division is only of ignorance. As soon as knowledge is attained, this division disappears, and the living being understands that it is the same Brahma. Shankaracharya has summed up the ultimate truth in one word, Advaita Ioaitai. There is no duality, where neither I am there, nor you, nor this, nor that. There is only one Brahma, who is everything. When this unique experience happens, then all the sorrows, brothers, attachments, conflicts of the person become connected, and from there one gets peace and liberation. Moksha is not any heaven, not any place, it is moksha. Freedom from Maya, end of ignorance, the realization of oneness with Brahma. So friends, according to Shankaracharya, the ultimate eternal truth is Brahma. That which does not change, does not change. That which is everywhere, in every form. That which you are, that which I am, and everything is the same. The world, relationships, body, religion, deeds, everything is a game of illusion. Just like after seeing a dream, on waking up, it no longer exists. Similarly, when one attains Brahma knowledge, the whole world is automatically proved to be false. This is the Advaita, this is self-knowledge, and this is the ultimate eternal truth. Do you ever think that this world which we are seeing, is it the complete truth? Is what is visible the ultimate truth? This same question was raised by a great philosopher, Plato, 2,400 years ago, and he gave a shocking answer that what is visible is only a shadow. The real truth is somewhere else, in another world, which we call forms. So let us understand what is the ultimate eternal truth according to Plato. Plato was a great philosopher of Greece who made a special place in history as the disciple of Socrates and the teacher of Aristotle. His life was spent in understanding this one thing. What is truth? Plato said, whatever we see in the world, it changes. Nothing is perfect. Everything is false, imperfect. If we are going to believe in God, then where is the eternal truth? Plato said, there is a world of things, the senses, which we can see, touch, and hear. This world keeps changing, so it is false. The intellectual world is that world where there are forms. This is the world of eternal, unchanging, and complete truth. Plato said everything has an idea of form, which is complete, and this form is the real truth. For example, we see many chairs in the world, but every chair is a little different. Some are made of wood, some are made of iron, some are small, some are big. But in our mind there's a thought of a complete chair that is its form. Similarly, there is a pure thought of beauty, goodness, size, love, everything. That thought neither changes nor vanishes. It is the ultimate truth. This is Plato's most famous and deepest point of view. Imagine some people are locked in a dark cave since birth. They can only see the wall in front. A fire is burning behind them, and in front of them people are taking things. The shadows of those objects fall on the body, and the people in the cave consider those shadows to be the truth. One day, one of them comes out. First his eyes are blind, then he sees the real things, and finally he sees the sun, which is the symbol of truth. The cave is our common world. Shadows are sensory experiences. The outside world, the world of knowledge, sun, is the ultimate eternal truth, the form of the good. According to Plato, all forms originate from one form, which he calls form of the good, i.e., the purest form of goodness, which is the ultimate source of the universe, just as Surya gives light, gives life, but does not show itself. Similarly, the form of the good gives meaning, existence, and identity to everything, but that self cannot be captured by the senses. This good itself gives the ability to understand the truth, makes the soul aware, is the highest source of knowledge for man. Plato had said, whatever we see, whatever we can see, whatever we can think is close to the truth. But what we can know, can experience, is the ultimate eternal truth, the world of forms. And at the peak of that truth is the good, which gives us light, gives us meaning, gives us direction. According to Plato, the ultimate truth is in a world which is beyond the senses but is available to the mind and soul. There the world is stable. There is no conflict. There is only knowledge, beauty, and purity. This truth cannot be understood by merely reading. For this one has to look inside, one has to raise a prayer, and finally one has to come out of the cave. If you have ever felt that this world is false, an illusion, then perhaps your inner Plato wants to show you the true world outside. The truth we are searching for is neither in experience nor in imagination, but in conscience, ethics, and understanding of limits. This was the thought of Immanuel Kant. So, you understand. Let me understand. According to Kant, what is the ultimate truth? And why do they say that before knowing the ultimate truth, we must know whether we can know anything or not? Immanuel Kant, the German philosopher of metaphysical truth, he tried to bridge the gap between rationalism and empiricism and said there is a limit to our knowledge and we have to find the truth within that limit. He raised this question in his most famous book, What Can I Know? And behind this was his biggest question, can we know the ultimate truth? According to Kant, our experiences are made up of two parts, phenomenon, the apparent world, what we can see, hear, touch. This is the world that can be experienced through the senses, but it passes through the filter of our mind. That is why it cannot be 100% true. Nomenon swatantra, truth or truth, that which is in reality, but we cannot know it directly. This is the ultimate truth, but it is beyond our understanding. That is, we cannot know the world as it is. We experience the world as our mind and senses create it. Kant said that whatever we know is based on those two things: sensations, senses, data, structure of mind, mind's categories, filters. Answer: Just like the color changes a little after wearing glasses, similarly our mind also sees the world in its own way. That is why Kant said, we see the apparent image of the truth, not the truth itself. So can we ever know the ultimate truth? Answer: no, not completely, but we can get a feel of it through morality. Kant said, it is impossible to have complete knowledge of truth, but there is a moral consciousness within us, moral law, me. And that is the shadow of ultimate truth and the moral law within us. Ethics is that power within us which tells us what is right and what is wrong, without any selfish motive. And this ethical discrimination leads us to transcendental truth, which is the highest recognition of truth. Kant showed another direction of ultimate truth, which he called the categorical imperative, i.e., a rule that can be applied to every existence. Act only according to that maxim, whereby you can, at the same time, will that it should become a universal law. For example, if you want lying to be right for everyone, then think, would you like to live in such a world? If not, then telling lies is not ethical, and to deviate from ethics is to deviate from truth. According to Kant, truth is attained not only through intellectual knowledge, but through moral discernment. According to Kant, the ultimate truth is not something that you can hold, touch, or measure. This is an understanding of limits, a moral conscience, and an inner voice of the conscience. He taught us that even if we cannot understand the truth completely, we can still follow it by being moral and prudent. And this is the ultimate aim of human life. Plato saw truth in forms, Shankaracharya saw it in Brahman, Buddha saw it in Atman and Nirvana, and Kant saw that truth in the ethics within us and the light of conscience. Who are you? What is this life? And whatever we see, hear, and know, is that the ultimate truth? Osho says, truth is never outside, it is within you. But unless you know yourself, you cannot know the truth. We will know, according to Osho, what is the ultimate eternal truth. And how can this be known? Through experience, and not through intellect. Osho tells first of all that trying to understand the truth is a mistake. Why? Truth can be known, but cannot be understood. Truth is not a thought, not a principle, not a book, religion, scripture, or definition of God. Osho says that truth cannot be reached through thoughts, and words often distort its essence. Only when the mind becomes absolutely silent does truth reveal itself. He believed that two essential elements are needed to realize truth: deep inner stillness and the state of witnessing. Silence isn't just about a quiet environment, it's about an inner calmness, free from mental chatter. To witness means to observe without interference. For instance, during meditation, don't try to control your mind or analyze what's happening. Simply watch. With time, the mind's noise begins to settle, and what remains is the pure observer. That observer, that pure consciousness, is the essence of truth. Osho said that truth is not something you can collect or learn. It's a natural state of being when one is fully awake within. Just as a diamond doesn't need to be discovered, only uncovered. Our true self is already present, but buried under thoughts, desires, and beliefs. Meditation is the process of uncovering. He emphasized that truth cannot be given by any religion, organization, or scripture. It's not written in any holy book. Truth must be lived. It must rise from within. The Gita, Quran, and Bible are maps, but the journey must be walked alone. Meditation, for Osho, is the way to reach that internal peak. It means living with sharp awareness, being able to see every thought, feeling, or reaction within you without becoming attached. When you reach this point, only a deep silence remains, and in that stillness, truth appears. You don't grasp truth. It grasps you when your mind is still. To Osho, the ultimate truth isn't a belief or a god. It's a sudden awakening where the ego fades and the real self is uncovered. He said, "I'm not offering you a belief. I'm offering a mirror. Look into yourself, and in that seeing, truth is revealed." Jiddu Krishnamurti on Ultimate Truth. Jiddu Krishnamurti, it's a spiritual thinker free from all systems and sects, believed that truth cannot be captured by thought or bound by time. Truth, he said, is what exists in the now, in that very moment. Though once named a world teacher by the Theosophical Society, Krishnamurti rejected the title and disbanded the organization, stating, "Truth has no path." He traveled worldwide, sharing insights on self-awareness, freedom, and the nature of thought, but never aligned with any doctrine. According to him, truth doesn't come from scriptures, spiritual leaders, or meditation methods. It emerges naturally when the mind becomes entirely still. True perception happens when you look without adding thought. For example, when you watch the sunrise and say, "How lovely," that comment pulls you away from the direct experience. That thought becomes a filter. Krishnamurti taught that truth is a pathless land. You cannot walk a fixed path to reach it, because it reveals itself only in the stillness of the present moment. His core teaching was, observe without naming. The moment you define something, you stop really seeing it. Real observation starts when you look with fresh eyes, without memory, labels, or judgment. Time, he said, is created by thought, and wherever time is, truth cannot be. The mind moves in time, chasing desire, holding regret, fearing the future, but truth only lives in a timeless awareness, in the now. For Krishnamurti, freedom meant release from every kind of mental and social conditioning. The moment you step beyond all these layers, real life begins, and in that awakened state lies the doorway to truth. He said, to live in the now with full attention, without the burden of the past or thought, that is where truth lives.